Okay, I got a full bobbin in, so let's try it again. That's something I don't like about this machine. When the bobbin gets a little too low, it tends to want to jam on you. So let's try it again. So I'm doing a straight stitch. I'm going about 1 inch out from where the underarm would be, away from the bra cup itself. I'm just going to backspace a couple, and I'm just going to start sewing. I'm making sure as I sew that I'm giving myself that good 1/4 of an inch so that my elastic will fit in this casing. Okay, so come out about 1 inch. You don't have to be exact. Now I do it this way because it just makes it easy on me. If you want to do all these steps all at once, feel free to do it, and then you don't have to worry about having dual stitching here in this spot. But nobody's going to see it anyway. So okay, see what happened here? I didn't catch it, so I'm going to have to do another row of stitching anyway. So let me put it back on, and this time I will stitch on the opposite side to see what I'm doing. I was too close to the edge, and I only caught the one side, not the other. Okay, so that's not going to give me much casing. So if that happens to you, just turn it over and put in another seam. And I should have caught that, but I didn't. Okay, let's do it again. This time we're going to sew it on the opposite side and do the same thing. So here we go. Okay, so if you wanted the bra to be exactly perfect, you would have just go ahead and take that stitching out and try it again and go a little deeper than I did on the edge, or a little further in this way on the edge. But with the double stitching, it still looks very nice. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a doll model. I'll just use Kyla here because she's the one that I have. Let me see. Okay. So that's where we're at so far. Okay, so here's Kyla. So right now what we're going to be worried about basically is the placement of the straps. Let me see if I can move the camera out a little bit so you get a better view. Okay, sorry if I wiggle a little bit. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the bra on where it would be normally on Kyla's body. So let's just bring this around, and I'm just going to go ahead and take it and pin it down in her body here. I'm using quilting pins. They're very sharp, so you don't have to worry about snagging your doll's fabric. Okay, so here we go with the strap. Now if this was a swimsuit, I would have made these longer and I would have just tied these around the back. See how that is if it was a swimsuit, but it's not, it's a bra. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these around and I'm going to determine how much of space I want. Obviously I made them way too long, if you can see that. On both sides they're way too long. So let's go ahead and cut it down. So I'm going to take this strap and cut it. See, I'm just going to cut this to the length of the where her strap was. This one, I'm going to come and do the same thing. I'm just going to cut it down. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pin. I'm going to open this back up and make sure that she is even on the other side before I do my placement on my straps. Okay, is her bra straight? Over here I've got, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, and here I don't. Okay, so she's not even on the front. So we want to make her even on the front. Okay, let's see if her bra is even. Yep, it's right dead center in the middle. See how that's placed right in the center? Okay, so now when I bring her straps around, I'm going to be able to place them inside the bias tape, and I'm going to see how much distance I want from the edge, and then I'm going to pin it in. Okay, same thing on the other side. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to pin it in. Okay. Well, let's see how that looks. Okay, so you want to adjust the fit. Just keep working the fit until you get it where you want it. And then look on the back and make sure your spacing on the bra strap is even across her shoulders. If you want, you can even do one of those crisscrosses, or you can bring it up in the middle like a sports bra and then spread it out like that. There's just so many different variations, and it's just a matter of using a triangle. There's no pattern for it. What I was going to say on the last video that I never got around to, I don't know what I did with it. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this, and I'll show them to you when I do a stop on the video, see if I can find the other papers that I had, and show you some of the different varieties you can make. I don't know where I put it right offhand here. Okay, alright, so anyway, I've got her straps in the right place, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from my stop point, I'm going to sew all the way over on both sides. So when I get to here, I'm going to backspace and then keep sewing across. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm going to reinforce those straps. Now, one thing you want to do before you do that sewing is fold your bra in half and line your positioning up to see if you are accurate in where you put your straps at. So line the edges here, and then it's just a way of double checking yourself on your straps to make sure you have them in the right location. So you want to do that before you actually do the sewing. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to sew here, and then I'm going to sew here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I had to back up a little bit. I was recording, but my camera wasn't. One thing I wanted to mention before I go any further, though, there's no pattern for these bras. It's just like a triangle, like I said, and you can design your triangle any way you want it to be. If you want to do this piece right here, you just take a piece of freezer paper like this, same method, and you put it across here, and that's how you get this bra. So it's just folded in half so your dimensions are the same on each side. Same with this, if you want to do a sports bra. Fold it in half and then do your shape, open it up, and that will be your sports bra pattern. So it'll be the same on each side. So they're very simple, and this one you would sew across the top, and then up the sides and around the back for the straps on a sports bra like this. But there's really no pattern because you can design these any way you want. There's no set pattern for any kind of bra. Okay, so where was I? I was at the my camera wasn't recording, but I was at the part of the bra where you have to insert the elastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my loop turner. If you don't have a loop turner, maybe you have a bodkin. If you don't have a bodkin, then you'll just have to use a safety pin. Okay, so go ahead and put your loop turner all the way through. Grab a I'm using 1/4 inch elastic, and it fits really well inside these half-inch bias tape. So take your elastic and insert it through the metal hoop so that you can pull it through easily. So once you have it pulled through, what you're going to do is you're going to sew that down on one side. So let's not waste elastic if we can help it. Oops, too far. Okay, let me get a pen. That's what you don't want to do. I guess it's not my day to record after all. It looks like it's going to rain outside. It's so rainy out there. It rained yesterday, which is kind of nice because my garden got a lot of nice weather. Okay, let's try it again. This time let's not pull it so tightly that we have to do it over again. Okay, try it again. This time I won't worry about it, I'll just cut it off. Okay. Okay, so we've got that through. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to just stitch right here across here. Let's see if I can get my sewing machine back. Let's see where you're at. There we go. It's getting dark in here. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch across that. Okay, so that secures the elastic. And I had a little extra, remember how I added a little extra at the beginning? So now I can just clip that edge right down to the sewing line so that when I turn it under, I'll have a nice area to turn under, and a nice, clean, smooth edge. Okay, so go back to your zigzag stitch. You don't have to worry about whether or not this is finished or not, because you're just going to zigzag it and secure it down. Now if you were using something like this, you would go ahead and put this inside the piece like this and then zigzag it down here, and that would be your hook if you were using this kind. I'm not using this kind. I'm going to use the because I want to use this for a resin model, so in case for whatever reason I lose my resin mold, I'll be able to make another one, but it's the same thing. So this one would be resin and the other one was the plastic. I hope I'm not shaking the camera, but I probably am. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get a smooth edge, and in this case I'm going to use the plain hook and eye, just like I did on this bra right here, just a hook and eye. So I'm just going to turn it down and zigzag it. Okay, so I'm just going to do the factory setting zigzag. You don't have to change it unless you want to. If you want to make it really nice and neat, you can fold it under or finish it off, however you want to do it. I'm just going to zigzag back and forth a couple times. Okay, so that's that. So that's got a zigzag. Now this would be the same way I would do the other side if I was going to use that to hook on that side. So that would be your hook for the other side. Now I could have done a neater job on that right there. So that would be that. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put the bra back on the doll and decide how much of elastic stretch do you want that doll to have. So let's get Kyla and put the bra on her. Let's see where you're at. There we are. Okay, so let's put the bra on, and we are going to come around the back and determine how much elastic we want. So let's see how it fits. I'm just going to put a pin in this one for now. Okay. So then I'm going to pull my elastic until I get it. Now when you pull your elastic, you want to make sure that you're going to have enough so that when you do put the eye on there, that you're going to be able to pull this tight so you can make that connection. So I'm going to give her a little extra elastic on that. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let me turn it under and pin it and make sure that everything will fit nice and snug when I have it finished. Okay, so if this was going to be here, and then this will be coming over and crossing over onto that doll. And boy, that's kind of a tight fit. Maybe I shouldn't have cut that little extra off. Okay, well anyway, here we go. But I think it'll fit fine once I get the hook and eye on. Can you see her? See the bra? Okay, so that's basically it for a doll bra. Okay, if now I'm going to, just like I said, I'm going to zigzag here, cut my elastic off, and then put my hand sew my hook and eye, one of these. Like I said, you can either use the hoop kind or you can use the flat with the hook. Either one will work. It doesn't matter. It's just like a regular bra. And I tried using the heavy-duty hooks, but they were too wide for, I couldn't sew them on the half-inch bias tape because they were too wide. The middle holes overlapped the edges of the bias tape. So you have to go with the small hook and eyes. But anyway, there you go for the bra. Like I said, there's a lot of different varieties you can make. Different designs, different color bias tapes. You can make your own bias tapes. You can so many things. It's just your own imagination. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.